I want to talk to you guys tonight about is the sources to drive leads. Sources to drive leads. Sources is another way of saying traffic sources. And the reason I want to bring this home, whether you're a member or not, for some of my elites, some of this is going to be reviews. Maybe there'll be another spin on it that opens up some ideas for you. But I wanted to get it out there to everyone. The reason why this is so important is because leads are non-negotiable. I'm sure everybody on here has been in some sort of business before. Either you own a business or you've tried a side hustle business or you've tried things before. And if the numbers bear out, the numbers tell us that, 98% of businesses try and fail. And my argument is this: the reason for that is because a lack of traffic or qualified people to speak to. Because I am probably at best an average salesperson, believe it or not. I do okay with public speaking and things of that nature, but one-on-one and dialoguing back and forth and all that, I'm good. I'm just not great. But I win, and I have won a ton of sales awards in different industries. Back when I was in the MI, musical industry, I sold pianos, keyboards, things of that nature. I won awards from Roland, Korg, and Yamaha. They're top sales awards. When I got into insurance, I won awards with Assurant Health and Foresters Life. I went over to Fiji with Foresters Life and was able to train over there at the Tony Robbins place for all of Foresters. And it wasn't because I knew more than anyone else in insurance, and it wasn't because I was just this dynamo salesperson. I mean, everybody on here can hear from my dialect. I am what I am. Okay. I'm not the smoothest talker. If you've read any email or blogs from me, I'm not even the best writer. Miss Spelling Bee's on here and she can tell you I can't spell either. But with all of those, and this isn't false humility, by the way. This is just an assessment of knowing who I am. But here's my point. I win and I do better than most people that are smarter than me, that have better education than I do, that are better presenters than I am, better speakers than I am, better salespeople, and I win and I beat them because I have leads. I get myself at the bat more times than most people. And it's just a law of average. If I get more swings at that ball, eventually, as my Uncle Harold used to say, a blind squirrel to find an acorn every once in a while. I just eventually connect. Okay. And so that's why I love our businesses, because we teach people that even feel like I'm not the best salesperson, or I'm not this, Cadillac person, it doesn't matter. If you will develop some skills, and we give you the skills and the training and use some of these tools to get at bat more often, you're just going to be better equipped and more successful. And so tonight I want to show you some free and paid for ways of generating traffic that is, coming in, and then giving you some resources that you can capture that traffic so that you've got more times at the bat. Now, when you're talking about free or paid for traffic, it's always a trade-off. I'm always trading time for money. It just is. If I go for free, then that means I've got to understand I'm spending more time to generate that traffic if it's free traffic. If I go for paid, then I'm trading money. Okay. You can't have free and quick traffic. Okay. And no time spent. Okay. So it's one or the other. So if you're on tonight and say, hey, Terry, I am cash poor, then spend some extra time. I'm going to show you tonight. And if you say, Terry, I'm time poor, you're going to have to spend a couple extra dollars. Okay. It's one or the other, but it will work, what I'm going to show you. And there's folks on here tonight that can testify to it as well. So free, the ones I'm going to show you tonight is the blog with SEO, social media, local and physical locations, and our affiliate program. Those are the best 4 top ways that you can generate traffic, to generate leads. And by the way, I do every single one of those now. And I would tell you a lot. I would say almost half, if not more than half now, of my traffic comes free. Okay. So I'm not here, but if you're drawing up tonight and say, oh, he's going to try to sell us leads. No, I'm not going to try to sell you leads. I'm not going to try. Matter of fact, you're going to see tonight, even the traffic I show you, none of it is me selling it to you. I'm just, showing you some ways that you can get traffic. This right here is free ways of you can get traffic. And I'm going to show you a tool that you can do some of this in the way I do it. Okay. So paid for is you can, of course, pay for a Craigslist post. We teach and train on how to do that. We got some sophisticated ways of doing that so that you stand out, that it's clickable, and you can even get some free Craigslist posts as well through our texting system. So we'll show you that. There's solo ads. If you've never heard of solo ads, I'll explain what that is. There's, of course, social media ads. You can sponsor an ad. You can pay for advertisement with, of course, LinkedIn and Facebook and those. There's keyword search, there's banner ads, and there's cold SMS and email. Matter of fact, what Gary was alluding to was him using some of our cold marketing that he's using, and it's just working like a charm. But it's fast, quick, response. The blog, when you become a member, you get a WordPress site from us. It comes with it. Now you can, of course, get your own standalone, or you can get a sub-site on a network site. But either way, whether you get a standalone site or in the standalone site, it's just like $10 a month, or you keep the free site that comes with the sub site. We give you over $400 worth of software plugins basically for free to go along with your WordPress site. One of them is Elementor Pro, and the other one is WP Forms. Okay. Those two we get on your site when you become a member at TW3. And then what I show, and I'll show you tonight, is how to use AI to help, because a lot of times I have been preaching for over a decade now. You need to blog, create content. And the one pushback I always got was, I don't know what to write. I don't have any creativity. Yada, yada. It takes too much time, whatever. Well, tonight I want to show you that when I create a blog like this right over here, I'll show you my blog here. Let me just go to one. Let's see here. What would be a good one right here? I'm trying to find one that I'd like to show you that would really illustrate this point. Let's just go to my blog page real quick. Let's go on down here to, that's a great one. Well, that's a podcast. And here we go. I like that one. 7 tips to create a high-paying coaching clients. That right there literally took me about 5 minutes to create. Now, here's the cool thing about it. All of these hyperlinked words, and in the back is SEO links, okay, that I'm using on my blog, because I'm trying to get people that are looking for coaching, looking for career, looking for Googling niche with a career or niche coaching. So I'm pulling out networking, ebooks. Now, here's the cool thing about this. You see all these banner ads and everything on here? That's already created before I did it. What I did is one time, I took some time to create a blog post template. And you do that in Elementor. And that has all of my banner ads, my affiliate links, anything and everything I want to monetize with, my opt-in pages for the funnels that's with my app, all of this. You create it one time, and then you've got it. And so every blog thereafter, I've already got that. And so I just highlight a few words. I hyperlink to them. So I've got the SEO action going on to it, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Well, how did I write that? I use AI. Okay. AI, you've probably heard about it. It's taking over the world. I'll give you a little inside baseball. Here is the prompt I just asked the AI machine. I want to podcast about framing your day-to-day experiences to be able to get the most value out of the day. What are psychological and practical techniques I can advise my audience in how to do that? That's the prompt I put in to this AI machine. What did it give me? Psychological techniques in framing. 1, reframing negative experiences into positive ones. Practice gratitude. It gave me all of this. And then I said, can you write a script to introduce this topic, this list topic? Look what it did. Sure. Here's a script to introduce. Intro music. Hello and welcome to the TerryWilson3.com podcast, where we explore ways to live a more fulfilling life. Today, we're going to talk about, can you tell I've already got my podcast voice on, and I'm going to create this podcast. It's even giving me a script. I said, okay, that's great. But here's the thing. I need something to expand on. I've got my talking points here, but I need some illustrations with each talking point I got to thinking. So I said, write an illustration for each point made in the list above. Look what it did. Reframing negative experiences into positive ones. There's point one, right? Imagine you had a tough day at work and you're feeling discouraged. You could choose to focus on the difficulties you faced and dwell on. So boom, it gave me my script. It gave me my script. So all I'm going to do is read this out as a podcast. Okay. And then I'm going to put this in my blog as the script for the actual podcast. I'm going to hyperlink certain words. I'm an elite member in my own business. So some of these things I'm going to reference in the podcast. I'm going to reference some books. Here's a great book that's talking about framing and the power of framing. And it uses the neuro-linguistics programming and things of that nature. And I reference a book. I'll put that reference in here. It will link back to one of my RMPs that are paying me $15 for someone clicking on that and getting a free download just to try their service. Okay. But in the context of traffic, here's what I'm getting at with you guys as a technique. If I go out on social media and I go out in the highways and the byways and I say, hey, work for TW3, work from home. You can make this, you can make that. That's okay. And I can do that sometimes. But I'm going to wear the same audience out if I keep doing that over and over and over again. So how do I get in front of that audience, constantly talking about what I do and how I can improve their life? I got to come up with some excuses. And what are excuses? Things that I'm passionate about. I'll talk about baseball and sports. I'll talk about theology and Christianity and things of spiritual matters. I'll talk about things that have to do with mindset, all the things that I'm passionate about. I'm not telling you to talk about that. I'm saying find things that you're passionate about. Use our AI tool. It'll write it out for you. Then use our software and plugins that we give you with the WordPress and all of that. And it'll write everything out for you. If you become an elite member, you can then not only drive traffic, not only are you going to get in front of people on a day-to-day basis in a free fashion, but you're also going to be able to monetize that traffic with all of these different offers as well. Okay. So that blog is very, very powerful. Okay. AI. And then Canva is another free software I use. So everything you see right here was made in Canva, and that's free. You can go over to canva.com. And if you want to try out the pro version, go to terrywilson3.com/Canva. And our link gives you a free trial on the pro version. Okay. But you can get the regular free version as well. Now, the pro version gives you all this animation and different things like that. You see all of my banner ads that are animated and all that. You can get that in the pro version, which is like $9. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you that's the difference, is some of this pro stuff. But you can get the free version at canva.com or try out the pro version for free. Either way. But you set that up in Elementor as a template. Go to and you members that are on today, you've got a blog with us. Go on the right-hand side under Elementor. You'll see templates. Click on template, hit add new, create you, and spend time creating you a post. And then just title that post. I've got two templates I always use, podcast and blog. So if it's a blog, I'm going to use this template. If it's a post, it's going to use this template. Now, why do I separate it? Because when it's a particular, like for instance, if it's a podcast of mine, so let me go over to podcast. If it's a podcast like this one, I don't use the same layout. So I've got these subscribe buttons here. I don't spend time putting all that in there. I did it in my template. Okay. The other thing is the way it's laid out, because I know in a blog, I'm going to have an itemized list like this. And typically on the blog, I'm just wanting, on the podcast, I'm just wanting to really hone in on get my book for free, get my book for free, get my book for free. Now, you as elite members and you as plus members, you as elite members have the same software that I use to build this, which is basically a product software, okay, that you can, our training, for instance, our SRT, our PRT, and our ELT training modules, okay, that's built in this software right here, okay, membership. So when people opt in, they get that particular book, which I just basically turned into a product there. Okay. That's all that is. Okay. So social media. So the softwares you're going to need if you're going to use blogs to generate traffic, which I do a lot. I'm telling you, it works. Here's the other thing I would tell you. Look at this as a long-term investment. Look at this as a long-term investment and spend a few minutes every day doing something. Start creating that content because that's just free traffic. That's just free traffic. You can start doing backlinking and stuff like that. I work with my members when they create comments on my blog. What I do is I backlink to their particular page as well through their comment section. So it's a way of helping them get some SEO. So you do the same for your clients and stuff. It's a great way of building a network and getting more search engine optimization going on. The softwares you're going to need is the WordPress site, which we have, the Elementor, which we have and you'll have, the AI, which we give you reference and show you how to use that, the Canva, which is free, and finally, our social media post. If you guys have noticed, I'm popping out. If you're following me on any social media channels, you'll see every morning at 9 o'clock, I post out a meme. That's all coming from my marketing software right here under Social Planner. All I have to do, like right here, boom, boom, boom. You see, it's already published. These are all the ones that's gone out. Now we are in the month of February. So February is the month of Valentine. So what I did was I switched up colors. I went from blue January to pink for February, right? And if you'll notice, I've got all of February already promoted out. It's gone. I mean, I've got page after page after page. Here's a little dirty little secret. You say, well, I can't create. That's just, it literally took me 1 hour on Sunday night that wasn't even an hour. It was about 30 minutes, really. 30 minutes to create every one of these. So my entire February social media planning is already done. I don't have to worry about anything. I just go over here. I click on new chat. I say, create a social media post about March, moving forward, about moving forward in your business goals. Check this out. Use humor.
Donation of $15 plus shipping and handling by going
Someone's mic is open and I'm hearing your $50.
page or by calling
1. Look at that. 1-800
8731.
8731. Someone's microphone's open. We're hearing everything. But look at this. Time to put the pedal to the metal and hit the gas on your business goals. But first, let's grab some coffee and donuts. All right. Boom. So right there, I've already created a social media post. I can say, let's see, add sarcasm to the above. See if you'll do that post. Okay. Time to finally tackle those business goals. I mean, it's not like we've been procrastinating for the decade or anything. Boom, right there. I copy it, paste it, put it over, and then I just start stacking. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and I've got my next month of post going. That right there, I'm telling you, you're going to get free traffic when you're using social media to do that. So all you have to do is Canva, use the social media poster, use AI, be consistent. I'm telling you, it will work. Finally, I have done this in restaurants. I do this at my gym. I do this everywhere. At restaurants, I'm putting up physical signs with a QR code or a text back because our system allows you to text a word to your number and it will automatically reply. Like, for instance, I've got signage at one of the Italian restaurants here in town. It says, now hiring work from home writers. Text writer to 864-507-9696 for more info. And so they text it there. It responds automatically. Thank you for inquiring about this. And it gives them a link. They click on that link. It's got a video. If they want to move forward, boom. That's free traffic. I don't pay for that. I'm not out there bothering people. I'm not doing anything. I'm just using that particular method. At my gym, I say, take care of your inside and your outside, get a free book because you are worth more. It's no good to be physically in shape and mentally out of shape. Click here for a free book. And I got a picture of my book. They click it. I'm free traffic, getting them, giving value, giving them something that they can help their lives with, and then creating that relationship. And I already got members off of that. Okay. Great way of getting free traffic. Finally, our affiliate program. Guys, if you're not using this, shame, because The beautiful thing about affiliate marketing, and I've said this for years, the money in affiliate marketing is not being an affiliate trying to go out and sell everybody else's product. The name of it is recruiting affiliates to sell your product. I've been doing it for over a decade now. The way I use affiliate marketing that's not my product is a way to incentivize people to buy my product. Okay. That's the way I stack it up. That's the reason why I can be on these job boards and everywhere saying, hey, work from home up to $40 an hour, because I can legitimately refer them over to one of our partners. They will pay me $5 to $50 for that referral. Now I've got one that pays up to $1,100, and I don't care if they join me or not. I'm going to make money just through the interaction. That's why I love this type of business. But that's how you use affiliate marketing. And then I recruit people. They want to get involved. They want to finance. Credit's not so good. And then what do? I send them an affiliate offer that says in 30 days, we can get your credit score up by 50 points if you do exactly what we say. And if I know they're 50 points shy or more, I say, or maybe they're 100 points shy of being to get the deal they want. Okay, we need to do this for 2 months. Get this link right here. It's going to cost you $25. Boom. And I'm getting paid. Okay. I get money off of that affiliate referral. Okay. But that's the way I stack everything up. Okay. When I'm doing my blog, when I'm doing my podcast, get my free book. Hey, did you enjoy that? I've got some books by John Maxwell. I got some books by Zig Ziglar. I got some books about here. Try this. And then I'm giving them more value. And I'm getting paid $15 to $25 by other people to give that away. Stack, 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 stack. That's how you drive leads. That's how you get free leads. And that's how you make money off of those leads. Because as I said at the very beginning, leads are non-negotiable. You've got to always listen. If you're not doing activity in your business that are generating leads, you could go home that day. You could lay your head on the bed that night and be as tired and whatever's wrong, but you didn't work that day. The thing about entrepreneurialism, it's not about effort. It's about execution. You got to generate leads. Bottom line. That's the only way you can make money in business is generate leads. These tools and these techniques that we give you throughout our trainings is different ways, because not every method works for everybody. Everybody's different. Everybody's temperament's different. Everybody's skill sets are different. Everybody's, ability to do things are different, but there's multiple ways that anybody can do the business if they work it. But the main thing I want to get across to everybody, whether you're a member or not member, because this is open, you got to generate leads. So keep that activity up. Use your affiliate marketing here, because then what happens is you've got little soldiers in the field. They're going out there. They got an affiliate link. What does that affiliate link do? It ties back to you. So when they make a sale, what have they done? They've made a sale for you where you made $1,750 off the sale. You're paying out of that $1,750, $300 for them to do the work for you. And you didn't pay anything for that traffic. When they're generating all those leads, that's your traffic. That's your business. So use that affiliate. Okay. So that being said, those are the ways that you can use the free offers here and the free resources. It's effort. It takes me 3 to 5 minutes to generate a blog. It takes me a few moments to get things posted. It takes me a few moments to do a lot of things. But if you got our tools, my point that I'm trying to get everybody tonight, if you're a member, because I get this question a lot, I need ways of generating traffic. I don't have an X amount of dollars. I can't spend a lot on ad spend and stuff like it. I wanted to give you some ways. Listen, go to every restaurant in your town saying now hiring for XYZ, text this number here. Just by them texting that number, you've captured their lead, and your system will start automatically, if you got your funnel set up, automatically start talking for you. And what shows up on your calendar? Only people that are qualified to speak. You're not wasting your time with tire kickers and negative Nancy's and people that don't believe in entrepreneurialism, but they believe in, handouts or whatever. No judgment. Everybody's different, but I don't want to waste my time with people that's got a different philosophy than I do. Okay.
Right.
So anyway, what you got, Gary?
Yeah. So yeah, very true. I mean, leads is the core of the business. I mean, that's at the core of how you created everything with TW3. So if, somebody wants to make 500 a week, we have a specific plan to do that. If somebody wants to make 2,000 a week, there's a plan to do that. 5,000 a week, there's a plan to do that. Even more than that, the secret is you have to have activity and there's work involved. Okay, this doesn't happen, just like Terry says, it's not going to happen by just sitting back on your heels. You got to be doing consistent things every single day. And we give a customized plan to do that. So it's not some, pie in the sky thing. Somebody wants to be engaging with 10 leads a day or versus 50 leads a day, or they want to really be making $1,000 a day. That's 100 leads a day. So we have that formula built out, and we give a personalized plan to do it. You just have to, trust everything that we're showing you. So that way, you're going to get the results. You're not going to do it in one day. You got to be consistent. I tell clients in the beginning, just real quick, the first couple of weeks is very important that you follow the instruction that Terry's training that we put forth. So that way you have the basics on how to do everything, and we teach you how to build momentum in your business. And you don't build momentum in 1 or 2 days, but you can in a couple of weeks because you're developing a habit at that point. And I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. I tell my clients it's important in the beginning, just in those first few weeks, have some consistency there so that they can have some building blocks that they're taking off with, in their business. So I just wanted to, throw that in, there.
Sure.
So.
Well, the main thrust here is use the tools. Right. My tools, my training, my techniques do not work. Hear me on this. They do not work by you simply buying them. They work by you buying them and then using them. And I cannot tell you, over 14 years, will be going on 15 years this July, the times that we've had, and it's not been a lot, but people have gone sideways, a couple, simply because they bought it and then just thought it was this isn't a magic box. This isn't a genie in a bottle. It has to be used. You have to pick it up and use it. Now, let's be real honest with one another, okay? Why and what stops people from using it? Well, it's frustrating sometimes if you're trying to do something that's just not coming like that. I can't tell you how many times I've sat down at a computer and tried to get something to work, and by my own understanding, getting frustrated with it and wanting to throw my shoe through it. Okay. That's human nature. You just got to work through that, work with your coach, come to the training. We will work with you. Everything that we have has been deemed by third parties as moderate. I mean, where you don't have to be a coder. You don't have to know HTML. You don't have to know anything like that, but you do have to be able to copy and paste, put this over and do that. Just some basic things like that. But it's work, but you learn it. And that's the other thing. Learning is what? Changing, and changing is what? Frustrating. So just be coachable, be willing to take the time to learn it, walk before you run. So many times people will see Gary making 5-10 grand a week, me posting something over here about, this new RMP that I'm doing that's doing this. And boy, boom, I want to do that and do it right now. And so we'll say, well, what have you got set up your funnel? And then they don't understand how to set up a funnel. They don't know how to set up an opt-in page. They don't understand how to do some of the things you'll have to know how to do this. So learn the basics, learn the fundamentals, before you start trying to jump from the foul line and dump the ball or something, So, but do that. And as you learn these things, it's going to do two things. It's going to generate even more and more leads for you. It's going to make you a better trainer, which means your retention rate just goes up higher and higher. And what does that mean for you as an elite member? Every single person you bring on is $75 a month. On top of that first hit commission, you're going to make anywhere from $750 to up to $1,750 per client that you bring on. But the beautiful thing about this is over time, Gary's got a huge book of business. Some of my clients on here have a huge book of business. Okay. Which means that's just that residual income, because once you get our tools in front of a business owner, especially if they A/B compare what the value proposition we have versus everyone else, it's a no-brainer. Because if I've got this tool over here that just constantly automatically is bringing me my leads for my restaurant, bringing me my leads for my legal business, bringing me my leads for my insurance business, my real estate business, that is the last tool they'll ever let go. They'll let the cash register leave before they let that go. And we've just seen it over time, because this is the lifeblood of any business. like I said at the very beginning, leads are non-negotiable. Okay. So it's a great business opportunity. It's a great way of building a residual, because who knows when the next pandemic or anything's going to happen. But I can tell you this, we saw tons of businesses go under in 2020, 2021. It was a windfall for us because people were going to work from home. And the other thing is, when we did have those slow moments when it was crazy, because we feel the economy time, what was sustainable was the retention of being in business for so long and having a good book of business. You do the same thing. Start building your book of business, because over time, it's a great thing knowing that you're waking up every morning and not starting all over. And that's the other thing for you guys that are just starting. Know this: you're starting in a business that every effort you're putting in has multiples of return, because every time I get a client in, I've got a client that's going to be paying next month and next month and next month. So it's not a one-time hit, and you just keep doing that. All right. So do I have any questions? Any questions? Dan, I know you said. Yes.
Terry.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share or show a little bit more and talk a little bit more about the blog post template that you built in Elementor?
I do it. So right here, I go to my dashboard, and right here with Elementor, you see that? Right under it is templates. Okay.
Oh.
So if I want to add a template, let's just add a new template. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh, it's got a new drop down thing. I can do all kinds of stuff. But I'm not going to use any of that. I am going to create my own template. Let's see here. This is going to be a page. I guess I got to now. And the name of my template is going to be Lori. And I create the template. And when I do this, what's going to happen is it's going to show up like this, like a regular page. So I just go through the motions of creating this page, right? And, all right. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to either upload something or I'm going to create something, so I'm just creating this template, right? And right here, maybe I'm going to put my text right there. So there's text there. And then what I try to do is stack it every other. So like the image file is going to be there. And matter of fact, and look at all this other thing. Be very methodical with it. Like if you want that to always be the full size, and make sure it's full size. If you want that to always be linked to a particular link, then go ahead and go down here and add, like if you got some sort of opt-in form, that's going to be like your apply page, for instance, then put in your apply page right there. So every time you put an image file in there, it's already linked. So all this hyperlinking and stuff that you would have to do, you can do this one time. So that's what takes so long to make a really nice blog post, right? Is that. So right here, I'm going to put in my next banner ad, and I need to go full. And by the way, if you want your banner ads to have the graphics to where they're moving like that, that's a GIF file. And if you ever downsize a GIF file, it will not animate. I've had some clients said, hey, my GIF file is not animating. What happened? It has to always be set to full. If it's set too small, when you set that to a small, it won't animate anymore. But I know that's my hosting offer there. So I've already got all this memorized. So you just go in here, and then this is what you do, Lori. So once I've got it through and I've got it all set up, I'm going to just hit publish here. So now that template is made. Let's just pretend I did a whole page here. Well, then when I come out here, and the next time I want to create a post, let's just go to all my posts here, right? I'm out here. I'm going to hit add new. And this post, why
What's
I
up,
love
Terry?
Lori Brown. Do what?
What's up, Terry Wilson?
Nothing. Who is this?
John Clausen.
Hey, John, how are you doing, sir?
Man, I just stumbled on this and about lost his last year's Christmas turkey, trying to figure out what y'all doing or how you even come to my phone or my email.
I don't know, but I'm glad you're here. You're on with about 20 other people. We're in a mastermind talking about how to grow your business and generate leads.
What business are we growing?
Any business you got.
I don't have I got.
Well, you can start one. We'll help you start one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hang on 1 second and I'll get you. I'm in the middle of answering one question. I'll answer yours right after this. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So right here, Lori, I've gone to post. I hit add new. There's my title. Okay. Set a featured image like you always would do. And I know you know this, but I'm just going through the motions for the recording. And then I hit save draft. I don't hit publish yet. And then I hit edit with Elementor. And this is where you would load that template. So once I'm up here, you see your little folder here, Lori?
Yep.
I click that and I go to
go get the template.
I go to the template and I grab it right there. Okay. So if this was like my blog post template, I'm not going to put yours in there, but I could put that in right there. I put that in and see, it loads it right up. So everything. So all I've got to do is I go over to my AI machine here, right? And I'll copy and paste everything from my AI line upon line, right? Right down.
And then you're just switching out the text for the new post.
I'm just switching out the text in this top image file. That's all I'm doing.
Gotcha.
Takes literally 5 minutes once you get it done.
I love that.
And then I just hit publish. So that's all. That's a beautiful hack. And then here's the thing. You marry that with your auto poster over here. You just go under your marketing tab and you click on your social planner and you start creating, where it goes out automatically. It's done. And by the way, you can time it. So instead of hitting publish where it publishes now, you can hit publish immediately or hit edit and time that where it goes out at a certain time. So you can do 10, 15 at a time if you wanted, and then marry it with your posting it onto your social media. You could sync it up there. Does that make sense?
Yep. That's perfect. Thank you.
You have got it. Now, John. Are you still on? John Clausen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So you got an email or a text from us?
One or the other.
You got one of them?
One or the other. I ain't even sure because I went to it quick.
Oh, okay. Well, this is we have a Wednesday night mastermind for our elite members, and our elite members are comprised of people that either own businesses or have started a business with us where they're in the business of reselling our tools and training. But you don't have to resell our system. But if you don't have a business, a lot of people will join us because we give you a full suite of things to sell, and I put you in a situation where leads are calling you rather than you out cold calling, pestering your friends, family, and foes, as I like to say. You set up your marketing system, which is what we're showing people how to do tonight on this training. You set it up the way we show you. And I don't know if you were on when Gary Green was on, but he was testifying how he was using one of our components, and he's got more appointments booked than he's ever had in his nearly 10 years of working with us. And he's making, several thousands of dollars. I don't want to embarrass him, but he does well monthly. So that's the whole thing. If you don't have a business, you don't have products, we give you products to sell that have high commissions on it. If you have a business, you got insurance, real estate, direct, your restaurant, whatever you got, then you use our platform and you use our funnels rather than to generate leads to sell our business and tools. You use it to sell something you already got. So that's the whole shtick.
Well, Terry, can you show me how to make money?
Well, that's what this thing does. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Be a plus right now.
You're what?
That'd be a plus right now.
Well, if you need to make money, we can help you with that. That's the reason this whole business was started was I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I'd been in the music business for years, and 2007, 2008 came and wiped us out, lost my business, lost my home, lost everything. I was homeless, didn't have anything. And I had a preacher friend of mine says, hey, you need to sell insurance with your mouth. You could at least go around selling life insurance. And so I got in the insurance business, and I figured out real quick, if I don't have people to speak with, I ain't got a business. I got a hobby. And I wasn't the type of person that liked to call my friends and my family and go through my school yearbook and all this other stuff and bug people. That's just not me. And so I went and talked to this guy in Chicago, learned a few things, got a few pieces of software, started playing with it, and learned to generate my own leads to the point I ended up in Fiji teaching people how to do it a couple of years later. And 3 years in the insurance business, and I already became a top producer at one of the particular companies. So yeah, I can teach you how to do it. I've been broke and I've been blessed. So I've been on both spectrums.
Well, on that blessing, how about what do I do? Do I fill out an application, W-2 forms? What we got to do?
Okay, what you got to do is go to terrywilson3.com/apply. Click on that, and I will get you in front of one of my recruiters. They'll have an interview with you, and we'll see if this is right for you.
Okay. So is it full time?
Oh, this is self-employment. This ain't full-time. This ain't part-time. It's whatever you want to do. You work for yourself.
Work for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And John, we've spoken before within the last 6 months or so. This is Gary Green. So
okay, there you go.
Yeah, we'll reach out to you and then give you all the, the stuff that you need to be looking at just to kind of give it a look again, and everything there. So I'll send you that information, here a little bit later after the meeting.
All right. Well, I'm non-union.
Well, that's irrelevant when you're self-employed. You can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right. Appreciate you. Great questions. Great questions. All right. And Lori's got a question, but Lori, I'll have to answer that later. I don't know. I have no idea, but I can get you that information. All right. Any other questions? Comments?
Oh, I think maybe Dan had a question.
Well, Dan, speak up.
We did, but I forgot what it was, Lori, when we talked yesterday or 2 days ago.
See what happens. See what happens.
It was about when you put the timer on the form to pop up after the video had run for 4.5 minutes or so. And it wasn't showing on your mobile, on the mobile view, but it was on the desktop view.
So,
wasn't that it?
Lori, I went back and spent hours rewatching the training, and I realized there's like 2 lines. I can't remember what they're called.
There's a mobile view and a desktop view when you're doing the editing, and you got to make sure it's set for both. If you
I went back into the training. I realized I was putting the show and hide on the wrong line, but I got it all working now.
He figured it out. He actually took the training, is what Dan's saying. He actually took the training, and the training trained him. It's amazing.
It's like instructions. Who reads the instructions until you're broken? Then you go back and go, oh, I forgot that widget.
Oh, you guys, I love you. I love you. That's so great. That's so great. All right. Well, we've got a full house tonight. Let's see here. I want to take the time. Dave Wells, are you still on?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, great. Gary says you just joined as an elite member today. So I just wanted to welcome you to our elite membership and get to know a little bit about you. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Texas. All right.
Ice capital of the country right now.
Oh, no. Is it cold in Texas?
Yeah, it's about wind chill of 18 and got over an inch of ice out there.
My word. Good night. That is cold, especially for Texas.
He's in North Texas,
always
Gary.
Working.
Oh, gotcha.
I got a daughter that moved to Boston to work. She's a scientist out there. And she calls up and says, it's 40 degrees here in Boston. And I said, you're going to get yours.
Oh, that's awful. Sounds like you got the same family I've got. Just rub it in.
Yeah.
They must have some German in them with all that Schadenfreude type of humor.
Something like that.
Well, welcome to the Elite membership. It's good to have you. Tonight was a little bit different in the fact that it's more of an open session because we wanted to give everyone time to sort of get in and sort of get a little cut of our jib, if you will, what we're about and how this stuff flows. But these sessions are both for technical reasons. Like Lori had a technical question, so I take time and answer that. And then a marketing question, if people have marketing questions or something of that nature, we try to take time and give them pointers.
I appreciate it. I got my little notebook over here right now, and I was writing down.
Great. Well, tonight's training for everyone was recorded. It will not be back in the typical place in the Elite Mastermind training slot because this was an open session. So any of our open sessions are actually posted right there out on YouTube. So if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go over to terrywilson3.com/YouTube, terrywilson3.com/YouTube, and make sure you subscribe. As soon as it is published, you'll be alerted and we'll see it. And I always try to use the date, and I'll put like February 1 training. And tonight's training is on free leads, how to generate free leads and different strategies there and some of the tools. So, because once you have these tools, you can, and I tell you, spend time learning the tools so you can generate free leads. And if you've got some capital, throw some capital towards some paid traffic, because the main thing to get up to speed as quick as possible is leads. The more leads you have, the quicker, faster you're going to find success. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients, get in the system and they might have generated 3 leads in 2 weeks and then saying, hey, it don't work. And I'm like, no, it works. It's just, you got to be generating hundreds of leads. And
then also, Terry, so there's a lady on tonight, Sharon.
Yes.
And she's looking to get enrolled at the elite level.
Yes.
And she has, a ministry background, church background, and so forth. So I was kind of, talking about your background. I said there's some similarities there. So if she's on right now, you could open up her mic and just say hi.
I would love to talk to Sharon. Sharon, if you're on.
Hello.
How are you, Sharon?
I'm excellent, sir. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. So you have a ministry background?
Well, I was a church administrator at my church.
Okay.
And from being an ordained minister, the work involved there. But yes. I was honored to do everything with the exception of bringing Sundays and Wednesdays message. Everything else I took care of.
Yes. Well, you definitely doing Lord's work. And a lot of times people behind the scenes, people don't realize what goes into making a church function. But for all practical purposes, it's a business, but none of the payoff that a business, you can be profitable and you get all the accolades of a business owner. You don't get that in church. You get all of the workload and all the demands, but then none of the, so your payoff is eternal for sure.
Absolutely right. I'm still waiting on that.
Well, I can't wait to have you on as an elite member. We've got some strategies specifically for churches. One of our products is called the Ministry Marketing System, and it's where we equip churches to do ministry through outreach and give value to the community. For instance, be able to text a group of people within their specific region of area of the area, their county or city that they minister to, wherever they're trying to call on. Mm-hmm. And we work with the ministry. Well, what is the needs of your people? If it's a lower income area, maybe they need food, maybe they need gas, maybe they need, just basic needs. We get them connected with our referral marketing partners. These are third-party companies that give gas, give food, give books, give clothes, give things away. For connecting that person to this company, the church gets paid. The ministry gets paid. Because let's strip away the ministry language for just a minute and just raw business terms. What did we just do? We just created a lead for them.
Yes.
Right? But we teach churches how to give instead of constantly going out asking for, hey, support our ministry, do this. We show them and equip them how to flip the script. No, you give. This third party is going to be taking care of that. And through your ability to give and outreach, you're building your church, because now people aren't shunning away. Well, there's Pastor Terry always asking for money. But no, there's Pastor Terry. Last time I talked to him, he gave me $50 in free gas. Right. Let me answer that, So those are some of the strategies and mindsets we teach and train on, and you would be equipped to. And by you helping churches with that, of course, you're being compensated as well.
Wow, this would have been awesome too. I was an outreach director. I'm also an angel tree coordinator. So this would have really been great for the outreach events that I had scheduled, because we didn't have that support. So this is really awesome. I'm really impressed with this. Really, really.
Yeah, well, there's so many. That's just the outreach, and then of course I'm a teaching pastor at my church, and so I teach every week. And so the way I use my system is all of my teaching. Like we just did a series of the prophetic language of Genesis, and so I went through that. And so what do? I create it as a product. Okay, it's not a product. I don't call it a product, but that's what it is in business terms. It's a product over here. So let me just go to sites here quick. I'll show you sites. And so right there is all of my different sites and products I can create and stuff like that. So here are the different products and stuff. And so what happens is when someone wants something, like I can use this one as the best example. Like right here is my $1,000 a day product. Well, right here, if this was the Genesis, I haven't got the Genesis series loaded yet, but it'll say Genesis and all of that on it. And they just go through the course. Lesson 1.
Oh, wow.
Reality begins. In the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. What constitutes reality? Space, time, and matter. And we see that in the first verse. God created the heavens. That's space. In the beginning, that's time. And the earth, that's matter. Time, space, and matter. So reality begins. So I'm just going through the various language there. And so that's going to be loaded up later. And so for the pastor, all of his sermon series and all of his training series and all of that could be loaded up right there. And then here's the thing. He can give a thing away for all the people in his church if he wants. They can have it free. People outside the church, he can start selling it like a book. So now it becomes like an ebook or a virtual book. So there's all different types of products and things that you're going to be equipped with and be able to help people with to minister on whatever level and whatever strategy is right for their ministry.
That is awesome. I did download your You Are Worth More. I haven't yet listened. I downloaded the audio version, so I will be listening to that as soon as I get my grandson to bed for the night.
Okay, well, awesome. Well, I really appreciate it.
So Gary did an awesome job today with the training. So I'm really excited to be coming on board next week. Very excited.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
You got an awesome trainer, and I'm not just saying that because he paid me $20. I'm saying it because even if he didn't pay me, I'm kidding.
Well, if he doesn't pay you, I'll pay you. He's awesome.
No, he does a great job. He does.
Well, I didn't have to pay you for all that nice stuff you're saying about me, right?
Even if he didn't pay me to say all that nice, no, I'm kidding. Had a question. Absolutely. It's good to have you. Good to have you. In your elite training module right here, you got the same steps everyone else has. Steps 1 through 6 if you're SRT, steps 1 through 8 if you are plus, steps 1 through 9 if you're elite, 10, 11, 12, and 13 you've got as elite. And then as an elite member, you also have the ability to earn hourly income as well. We show you how to do that with these products and services. These are people, third parties that'll pay you hourly. Now, the mastermind recordings are on down here, and the dates are right here. Tonight's will not be loaded into this, okay? Because this is a public training for everyone. You don't have to be an elite member to be on tonight. This is actually going to be over on our YouTube channel. So just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Someone was asking about that, so I'll make sure I understand that and get that to them. And yes, there will be a replay.